fasten this well. Alright. Another leather work glove thing going on here. Nicotine stink on my hands. Right hand, I always light with my right, so it's awkward. I'm doing some short videos, so here's a long one. Quite possibly rather long. Yeah. Zipper on this jacket broke. It's a piece of crap. I asked for a coat for Christmas one year, and I got a jacket. This thing is at a weird angle. Maybe there. I don't know. Pretty manic depressive lately. Mood swinging up and down. The ashtray over here. Not cool. I'm moving the camera around like crazy. I don't care. I'm not getting paid for this. Yeah. The e-cigarette thing is going to be happening. I had to... having issues with my bank. I'm going to talk about my bank, in fact. How about that? Fucking banking system's shit. So, the website for my bank setup is inherently insecure. It's a series of paper tigers. You have to have there's like 7 security questions. 5 to 7 security questions, I can't remember which. None of them pertain to me. Half of them require you to be married and have children. The other half require you to remember your first car. Doesn't say make or model, so you have to remember which you put in. You have to... Maybe you only remember the color. What if you put that in? No, later you remember the make. You know, it could throw you off. Your first girlfriend's last name. No, it was like your first girlfriend's birthday. Full name. Or something. I couldn't remember my first girlfriend's birthday or last name or whatever it was. And so on and so forth. And I mentioned this to the people. I'm like, you gotta change this. You have to make an option to write your own or something. You know, store it. It's not that difficult to code that sort of thing. I mean, whoever's administering your website should change that. And they said, we can't change that. What? Well, I just tell people to put in the same password for everything. Same answer for all of them. And I just turned white as a ghost. I'm like, this is insane. Why do you even have them? Well, we can't change the software. You're not in control of your own software? What does that mean? Well, it's all handled by an outside company. And I nearly threw up. Because that means they put control of my accounts in the hands of an outside company. Who can't even design a website well. It's not even good HTML. How do I trust them to code in whatever language it's in? And since every web page ends in .asp, it's either C# or VBScript. VBScript is the most common ASP scripting language. And VBScript is awful. Unmaintainable crap. Like Basic meets Java. Horrifying. So there's that. And it just goes on like that. And I wanted to look at another bank, but they charge you a fee for checking, and I have fuck all for money. So I have to stick with this credit union and get screwed, and it's inconvenient, but, well there's other credit unions, I have to find them, and I have to get, and so that, on top of my regular manic depressive state, triggered a panic attack, and that was no fun. But, yeah, so due to my banking problems, I couldn't order a new e-cigarettes, my credit card and all this shit. And then finally, when I came down from the panic and everything the next day, I just talked to my dad, and I'm like, look, I'll just give you some cash. How about you order me this e-cigarette? And nobody thought of that. And because, you know, by the time he was involved, there was an argument in the making, and I was in a panic, and it was just, so, now I'm just waiting for that to be delivered, and smoking fucking Camel filters. Yeah, it's crap. I also got the fluid that I bought some from my uncle that he bought for his e-cigarette. Well, his is is alcohol based, so I can't even invent a way to use it, and I can't use it in any other ones. So that's a scam. I'm not dealing with that brand. And plus, vaporizing alcohol, like, no wonder it burned my throat. I don't even know if it's food-grade alcohol. You know, I mean, propylene glycol is no picnic, but once it's vaporized, it's metabolized even before it even hits your lungs for the most part. Anything toxic is not metabolized in the same way. It's not going to harm you. But the place that I'm going to be getting my, insofar as what the vaporizer is concerned, vegetable glycol and propylene glycol are the same thing. They're not going to harm it. They're not going to react in any significantly different way. So I'm going to buy vegetable glycol, whatever it comes with. I'm going to buy vegetable glycol from it's E-Juice USA. You can get a 16-ounce bottle, which will last me like a year. Yeah, gonna be moving out at some point soon. So that combined with e-cigarette means I'll be able to do my videos indoors. Yeah, I like talking when I have something in my hand. It's just, I sort of picked up my talking skills talking in the smoking area outside of my college that I was going to at the time. I don't know if I'm going back. I'm out of my fucking mind. And I don't know that I should be around and in that thing and pressure and I'm crazy. But yeah. I'll build a tripod for this thing, and we won't have wiggly jiggliness and all that jazz. Drop the cigarette. Freaking work glove. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some water. We're gonna videotape that. It's not a tape, so it's no tape. God, that's archaic. I feel old. Old about all sorts of shit. People don't know about Star Trek. Nerds don't know about Star Trek. Oh, God. But they know about magic cards. That's weird. Oh, weird little bit of Orientalism that still exists. Weeabooism, if you want to go that way, is, I wanted to get involved in D&D before I turned 30, since I'm already balding. I got a book, and I already had dice. I tried to get into Call of Cthulhu when I was like 14, and it didn't happen. So I had the dice still. But I went, and I noticed that they had a bunch of Japanese magic cards, and I asked the guy, what is with the Japanese magic cards? And he's like, well, people buy them, and like, they just use them? He's like, yeah, they're allowed for league play, as long as you can prove you know what the card means. And I'm like, why do people use Japanese cards? Well, they like the way they look. Like, oh, so they don't understand it, so it looks magical to them. It's like a freaking kanji or hanzi tattoo, depending on the country of origin. I saw a guy walk by me, second day at college, in the hall. On his ankle, he was wearing sandals, on his ankle was the word, incorrectly written, but it's the only possible meaning, was ambidextrous. User of both hands, is what it literally said. It was, what? And it, like, on your foot? Oh, God, what do you think that says? Best story, kanji tattoo. I've heard it from two people. Two different incidents. Somebody, some white guy, on his shoulders or his chest or somewhere, depending on the story. Says yeah, this tattoo here, it says God, Japanese, and you look at it and it actually says Eikichi Yazawa, which is kind of true.